These are highlights from the show you are about to view. Watch this video for an excellent summary of what it takes to solve human big cat conflict, managing wild jaguars, using non-lethal methods to deal with dangerous cats, and those threatening agricultural livestock. So, if career success for you means working with big cats, how do you get there? Dr. Gediendson Araujo is a veterinary surgeon at the Federal University of Mato Grosso do Sul. Gediendson earned his degree in veterinary medicine at the Federal University of Viçosa. He progressed to volunteering in wildlife rehabilitation. After that, he was taken on as a full-time member of the teaching staff at the Federal University of Mato Grosso do Sul, where he remains to this day. If you're learning English as a second language, this video will be useful because you will hear two accents, a British and a Brazilian one. And before we go any further, I would like to say thank you to my subscribers. Without you, there would be no channel. Working with big cats and living the wildlife looks like this. Gediendson, what jobs are there with big cats in central western Brazil? Quais são os empregos disponíveis como os grandes felinos no centro-oeste do Brasil?
Well,
Chiara, can you translate, please?
Okay, I'm going to try. Gediendson was saying that there are only few projects working with jaguars in the Central West region. Actually, in the whole Brazil, there are only few groups. Okay, mainly there is the Jaguar Institute, and this institute works with free living, like wild and captive jaguars. They have a huge project that is stirring the like a corridor of jaguars when around the river Araguaia, and this corridor connects the Cerrado, which is an important biome in Brazil. It connects the Cerrado to Amazon. So, but that's a research group, okay? Also, this institute also has some animals in captivity. So, like conservationist, captive animals, and they have about 45 to 50 jaguars, and all jaguars are breeding really, really well. Mostly of those jaguars are from Cerrado in the Jaguar Institute. I forgot how to say this. I will remember. But another important institution is the next institution. They also has a lot of jaguars in captivity, and they also are a conservationist group.
Gediendson,
Como é que é Centro-Oeste?
What do you do? Give us advice.
Bem, eu sou médico veterinário, onças pintadas aqui no Brasil.
Chiara, can you translate, please?
Ok, vai me lembrando. Gediendson is a vet. His undergraduate, he undergraduated in the Federal University of Viçosa, and also there he studied his master and doctor degree. Now he's at the Federal University of Mato Grosso do Sul, where he's a veterinarian and a researcher. During his ok, não vou falar. Okay, during all since he's graduate in veterinary, he started to work with wild animals and especially jaguars. So he has been capturing jaguars since 2010 and working with the government, the federal government. Here in Brazil, the Chico Mendes Institute is responsible for the federal organization of the animal conservation. Okay, so he worked with them and also with a lot of other research groups that were capturing jaguars.
And também, né?
Tiara?
Fala menos, pessoal, eu esqueço. It's a lot of things to remember. Okay, o que você falou primeiro? He was saying... Eu pego um papel para anotar. He was saying again that he had captured a lot of jaguars and in all the Brazilian biomes. Okay, he also coordinated the first captures of jaguars in Caatinga, which is a Brazilian biome where jaguars are highly endangered. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he was also saying that he's research at Federal University of Mato Grosso do Sul and also a professor at the postgraduate program in veterinary science. And also he's coordinating a lab where we develop assisted reproductive technology for animal conservation. Please?
Yes.
Okay.
Gediendson, how did your career develop? How did your career develop and how easy or difficult was it to gain experience as a student examining big cats and jaguars?
Bem, inicialmente, pesquisas com reprodução.
So we started around 2008 working with free-living ocelots and pumas. Before that, we already worked with captive animals in like a rehabilitation center. Okay, so since the undergraduate study, we were always working with captive captive wild animals in a rehabilitation center. Then we started trying to work with free-living animals, always trying to develop reproductive technologies. So when we start to work with pumas in Brazil, we have a few problems on capturing them because it's really hard to capture pumas here. And he has opportunity to follow a jaguar capture in Argentina, where he learned the method that we are using now. And right after, we start to use this technology, this method to capture pumas. And as there are only few people, especially vets, that know how to use this method. Several research groups called Gediendson to help them to capture jaguars, and that's how he was working and each time learning even more.
Yes.
Okay. So I think the main obstacles and difficulties. Dificuldades. I don't know. I don't remember the name that you said. But he was still a student, and there is only few money involved. So he usually was not paid for the capture. So sometimes he had to go. There is no funding to go to do this kind of field work. So in the beginning, we have to make figure out how to do it, and even talk whether or not receiving any money. So he had to dedicate a lot, and also as he was working in different Brazilian biomes. Each biomes have some specificities that you have to adapt this method. So in Caatinga, we also use the foot snare trap.
Yes.
Okay, but there is a few changes that he had to make to capture jaguars there. So each biome has its specificities. So he had to work with that, but also succeeding.
Okay. Fantastic. Que maravilha. Deixa-me ver. Gediendson, what were the circumstances of the tragedy with the man-eating jaguar that killed and partially ate the fisherman, the caretaker in Mato Grosso do Sul recently?
Bem, ali há animal selvagem.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. Jay was saying that it's an atypical case. Okay. He has been working with jaguar for a long time, and whenever he got close to a free-living jaguar, the jaguars always escaped. So they always run away. Okay. Usually, this kind of accident happens when the jaguars feel threatened, or like females with cubs. They might also attack if someone gets nearby the cubs. Sorry. In this specific case that happened in Pantanal this year, it was really atypical because the jaguar attacked the human and eat it, the human, the victim. So probably this was related to two situations. One of them is that in that region, in that area, so nearby the house of the victim, some people, not everyone, but some people feed the jaguars. So they can see the jaguars more frequently. And that's a huge problem because jaguars are becoming less afraid of people. And as much more they are getting close to us, the risks arise. And another point is that this animal was his clinical condition was not good. He was underweight. His tooth was okay, was in excellent health, but he was underweight. So the combination of these two conditions might have increasing the potential of this accident. So we think that is why it happened. Okay. Okay. I think.
Can I just ask, Tiara?
Okay.
So there was two situations with the jaguar. It was underweight and
Yes.
had poor dentition.
No. This one that didn't had poor dentition. This one, the dentition was in good health.
Yeah.
Gediendson, what methods were involved in the jaguar's capture?
Então, primeiro estaria envolvido com a situação.
Right after the government confirmed that the victim was attacked by a jaguar, and also they saw that the jaguar was still eating the victim, and also the animal attacked the staff that were working on the that were looking for the body of the victim. So because of that, the government calls Gediendson to help them with the decision. So in the same day, he went to the field, to the area where the animal, the accident occurred. So when he could reach the site of the accident only on the next day, okay? So he couldn't be there at the same day. And in that night, when he was still traveling to the place, the jaguar returned to the victim house, and he tried to break in the house. Where the place where the jaguar tried to break in the house was the same place where they washed the body, the victim clothes after the attack. Okay, so to reduce or to increase the chance to capture the jaguar that were involved in the accident, because in that area there are in Pantanal, jaguar density is really high. Okay, so there are a lot of jaguars in Pantanal. So to increase the chance to capture the animal that was involved in the accident, he installed the traps exactly in the around the house, all around the house, and the trap where the animal was captured was exactly at the point where the jaguar tried to break in the house. So that's why we believe that's how he did to increase the chance to capture the correct animal.
What will happen to the jaguar now? I understand it's in captivity at the Kras in Campo Grande. Should it be euthanized?
Há a opção, né, da onça pintada do governo federal do Brasil.
So the animal will not be euthanized. That's not an option, because he can. He's now in the National Conservation Program, in the National Jaguar Conservation Program. Okay. So Geo was saying that it was decided to remove the animal because of the potentiality of his attack another person. We are not 100% sure that it was him, it was this animal, because we didn't have any image from the attack itself. Okay, but the circumstances shows that that's possibly the animal. So he stand for about 20 days in the rehabilitation center of the Mato Grosso do Sul, which is a governmental institution. And last week he was sent to another conservation institute in the São Paulo state. And now he's part of the National Jaguar Conservation Program. So now he will be introduced in the conservation of the jaguars, the ex situ conservation of. It means that all the managements that are made in captivity animals.
What skills do professionals at the forefront of human jaguar conflict usually lack?
Bem, essa vivência.
Jada?
Okay. First, he was saying all the skills that the professionals need to work with this field. One important things are that the specialists work with animal conflicts must have field experience. The field experience gives you the opportunity to like read the situation, to understand the situation better. Okay. So to make the decisions. Also, the specialist must have knowledge of the main capture techniques because, okay, in jaguars, usually we use the foot snare trap. But in some situations, this method is not the best method, okay? It was in the situation where the jaguar attacked the man. But in some situations, we need to use different kinds of capture methods. And that what he thinks that is missing in most of the specialists of researchers that are trying to beginning to work with jaguars, the field experience. Unfortunately, we have few researchers working with jaguars, especially vets, because okay, biologists can go to the field, can research jaguars, but to capture jaguars and to sedate the animal, you have to be a vet, and there's only few vets that has the ability to go to the field and manage jaguars and other different wild species. But in jaguars, practically, we have only few vets working with this species.
Do you think this jaguar that killed George, was this his first human victim, or were there others, do you think?
Sim, essa fatalidade.
Okay.
Yes.
What he was saying that no, actually yes, it probably it was the first victim because the Mr. George had lived there for about 16 years, and people who was close to him said to Jay that Mr. George he was like not afraid of jaguars. So when he saw a jaguar, he didn't try to scare them away. So they let the jaguars keep close to the house, keep close to him, and that's something that are to risk it. Okay, about 90% of the Pantanal is private properties. Okay, so this kind of accident in Pantanal, usually a lot of people know about when someone is attacked by a jaguar or potentially attacked by a jaguar. So usually we know about it. Okay, so probably know that was the first time.
Gediendson, como uma profissional, ou quero dizer, biólogo ou aluno de medicina veterinária, pode adquirir as habilidades necessárias para lidar com os grandes felinos no campo?
Assim, o que eu vejo é como em vida livre.
Okay. The first thing, actually, the professional must seek for increase the skills, like with practical experiences, practical opportunities. So both in captive and in free living animals. So yes, it's very important to do internship in rehabilitation center, zoos, and all kind of ex situ conservation institutes. And that it is important to gain experience in physical restraint, anesthesia, collection of biological material, also knowing better the animal behavior, and so on. And also, they should try to seek for free living conservation projects to learn how to capture the animal, how to manage the environment, and go to the field. And yes, you need to have to seek for practical opportunities.
Gediendson, how would you describe human big cat conflict in Brazil today? And what effect, if any, does politics have?
Bem, hoje a fauna daquele ambiente.
One minute, please.
No problem.
It was a lot of things.
Yes.
One of the main causes of the treatment of jaguars is the conflict with humans, especially in relation to livestock farming, but not only about it, because there are some peculiarities in Brazil, like he was explaining that in Caatinga, the problem is that due to social economical situations, the populations kill the jaguars to eat them. So in Caatinga, the population is really poor. So they do eat wild animals as a source of nutrients. Okay. In the other parts of Brazil, the problem is about livestock predation. So jaguars kill livestock animals, and as a retaliation, as a way to reduce the chance that these jaguars kills another animal or other animals, they kill the jaguar. One important point that she said is that not we must emphasize that not all farms kills jaguars. There are some farms that tolerate the loss of the cattle, but usually those farms that tolerate the loss of cattle that was killed by jaguars are the large farms. Small and medium farms has a greater impact when they lose one or two or three animals. It's a great impact than a big farm, right? So usually those do not tolerate jaguar killing livestock animals. So usually those kills the jaguar. About the government, just said that okay, we lack of policies to reduce the damage caused by the jaguars killing the livestock. So mainly, we need to reduce the financial impacts of losing animals, and especially value those farms who preserve the environment and preserve the jaguars.
Jedi Anderson, in your job, do you have to address any popular misconceptions or pseudoscience about jaguar management?
One question first. Can I translate seva as bait? Is that correct?
I was
I
wondering
don't know how to
myself.
translate seva. Do you know what seva is?
No, what is it?
No, seva is when you give animals food. to attract them. Okay.
Right.
Here, the translator is saying that's a bait, but I'm not sure about it.
I think you will say lure, like isca. Is that another word?
Yeah,
Isca,
maybe.
é,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
Isca.
maybe.
isso,
Isca. Yeah. Lure. Lure. L-U-E-E. Lure.
Lure.
Mm.
Okay. L-U-R-E. Lure. Okay.
L-U-R.
But what Jay said is yes, in this specific case, yes, we did have a lot of false information, a lot of. So we had to work really hard to correct some of this information. So by giving interview to several Brazilian programs and also using our social media and work with others Jaguars specialists also was working with us to do it, to try to spread good information. And also we need to work emphasizing that the lure can cause a serious accident. We were working with that a few years ago, especially nearby this region in Pantanal, where people were giving animals food, especially fishes.
Mm.
And after the accident, we returned to talk about the risks to feed animals, feed through living animals.
Mm. Where do our knowledge gaps lie regarding jaguar biology?
Bem, variabilidade genética.
Okay. What he was saying is that thanks to the use of GPS collars, valuable information about the biology of jaguars has been is already known. Of course, many research groups are still working with jaguars, knowing that territorial behavior and how they spread in the biomes. Uh, but we do have a lot of information on that field. One thing that he said that we need progress is regarding the impact of inbreeding on conservation, especially in Caatinga and in the Atlantic forest. The jaguars populations are highly isolated. So there are one research that showed that one jaguar population in the Atlantic forest is already inbreeded. And that's why we work with developing reproductive technologies to increase the genetic flow. So in this area, one main information that is still there's a lot of gaps is about the hormonal cycle in the female's hormonal cycle. Would you know a little bit? But we need further studies in this area, and that's really important to develop the reproductive assisted technologies, especially the artificial insemination, with which will could help these highly isolate populations.
Can you suggest a research topic for a student of biology or veterinary medicine?
Bem, eu de populações isoladas.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sorry. So I wasn't saying that what he suggests are researches related to assisted reproduction, especially with research about cells for biobanks, okay? And cells that can be future used for cloning. And that might help the lack of genetic variability that it is a problem in some of the jaguars populations.
Thank you very much indeed, both
Thank
of you.
you.
It's been absolutely
Thank you.
fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you for
It's
being
Thank
on
you.
the
great. Thank
Practical
you.
Animal channel.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Bye bye.